Hey guys, welcome back to your channel, Filmoedit. Here we have a review of Jungle Cruise played by The Rock and Emily Blunt. Jungle Cruise is an adventure movie, so if you are a fan of a good adventure in the Amazon jungle, watch this video till the end. I'm your Skippy.
It's Skipper.
My mistake.
And I will give you a tour of this movie. First of all, I have to tell you I love the colors used in this movie. I mean, it's in the Amazon. Right, so the colors meant to be beautiful as the jungle is. When you watch first minutes of this movie you see fantastic colors of jungle, so for me it was great and I like to see more and more parts. At first everything is bright and green, but more and more we understand the mysteries and curses in this jungle. Colors turns darker, and that's because of appearance of our bad guy. And yes, there is a waterfall scene in this movie as there is in every adventure movies in the jungle. In the movie we meet with a clan named Puka Michuna, and we see ancient people cursed by the jungle. Okay, enough about scenes, let's go to background music. I think background music is good for an adventure movie. When they start a fight, background music perfectly matches. For the story, I think it's a good story about an ancient myth about a petal named Tears of the Moon, that can cure any pain, and many people tried to find it, and failed, and some of them has been cursed. Then our guys try to find it. In their way they face problems, like ancient cursed people, a prince from Germany, who wants to use this Tears of the Moon to win war, and also jungle itself.
The jungle.
Try it slower.
The jungle.
Could you pop it in a sentence?
The trees, the bugs, the jungle.
The jungle.
Yes.
That has its own mysteries. Yeah, it's a good story, but I don't think there's something new about it. It looks like any other adventure movies, but as I said, it's a good story. Okay guys, here in this part we want to talk about an ancient myth that was in the movie. So what's that myth?
All legends are born in truth. From the Amazon came the legend of the Tears of the Moon. Single petal from the great tree could cure any illness and break any cure. Over the centuries, many expeditions went searching for the healing tears of legend, none more famous than that of the conquistador, Don Lope de Aguirre, who was determined to possess the tears' power. But the jungle protected the tears. History will tell you his journey ended in failure, but legend tells more. That he was found by the guardians of the tree, and nursed back to life. That he demanded they give him the sacred arrowhead, the key to finding the Tears of the Moon. That Aguirre attacked, but the jungle defended, and Aguirre and his conquistadors were taken, cursed, never to leave sight of the river again, unable to leave or die.
Okay, so the Don Lope de Aguirre was real or myth? He was born in 1510 and died in 1561. He was nicknamed as Wrath of God. Aguirre is best known for his final expedition down the Amazon River, in search of the mythical Golden Kingdom El Dorado and Omagua. Let's go to our characters Frank and Lily Houghton. Frank is our big guy, a skipper who gives tour to travelers. He's smart and has a sense of humor. And there are more secrets about him. He is handy and knows the jungle better than anybody. He has a cat, or he has had many cats, everyone named Proxima. He is about 400 years old.
Mommy, can you please make him stop?
No one can. And don't interrupt me like that again. I will feed you to the boa.
She is a small child.
We love small children. Close your mouth.
Lily Houghton is doctor of botany, likes to help people with Tears of the Moon, wears pants, has incredible talent to open any door, a fighting woman, likes to defend animals, and can't swim. Now I want to talk about scores of this movie. Jungle Cruise is about nearly 2 hours and released in 2021. It has 6.6 out of 10 from IMDb, 62% from Rotten Tomatoes, and 78% of Google users liked it. Moving on, my score for this movie is 2 out of 4 for story. As I told you, there is not something new about the story. For act I give 1.5 out of 2. Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt did great job, and for screen I give 2 out of 2. I have to admit screen colors were awesome and I liked the world they created. For music 1 out of 1, and edit 1 out of 1, that makes it 7.5 out of 10, and I recommend this movie. Okay, from here there are spoilers, so if you like to watch Jungle Cruise, go and watch the movie, and don't watch this part, but if you like to know the whole story, here is your part. The story starts in 1916 in London in a museum. I'm not sure. Lily Houghton and her brother McGregor have a plan to steal something. the arrowhead that is the key to unlock the location of Tears of the Moon. So Lily alone opens doors, fights and steals the arrowhead, and with her brother together move to the Amazon jungle, where they find Frank, our skipper.
Where were we?
And make a deal that Frank takes them to a place in the map. From Lily's father named Lagrimas de Crystal. First Frank doesn't believe Lily, but he changes his mind when he sees the arrowhead, so they are ready to start their journey. But they are not the only one trying to find arrowhead. Prince Joachim from Germany wants Tears of the Moon too, for benefits in war, therefore, he makes troubles for them. He sends his men to stop them, and then himself and his marine come to stop them. But Frank knows how to find his way. Finally, after a little bit of destroying boats and other staff, they start their journey. In the other hand, Prince Joachim finds where Aguirre was punished. In fact, he was cursed not to leave the river, and on that place, it is a trap which is far from river, so he was trapped, and only thing that can help him is river water. Therefore, Prince Joachim uses river water to heal Aguirre, and makes a deal that Aguirre helps Joachim to find Tears of the Moon, and in return Aguirre's curse will be lifted. So from now, there are two problems, Joachim and Aguirre. Back to Frank and Lily. After they deal with Waterfall, Lily finds a secret about Frank, that he was looking for Tears of the Moon. Also Frank finds a secret about McGregor.
Had to tell the lady in question that I couldn't accept the offer. Or, indeed, any offer, given that my interests happily lie elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
Why are you gay?
Back to Frank and Lily. Frank explains that he was looking for it, but he has given up. Then at that moment, Pucha Matunas capture them, and take them to the chief, and then we find out, it is part of Frank's plan, and it is fake. However, the woman we see as chief translates the word written in the arrowhead. Words are:
The Tears of the Moon possess the power to cure anything. To prove yourself worthy, you must turn water to stone, then mend a broken heart. For tears to bloom, the great tree must be under the rare crying moon. The tree hides where the moon bled. It sank into the west over the heart of the serpent, where the fang bites its own tail.
So when the woman translates, Lily finds something, somewhere, La Luna Rota, that's where they can find Tears of the Moon. In the moment Aguirre and his men attack, and Aguirre kills Frank, but couldn't get Arrowhead. After that, Lily finds that Frank is still alive.
Yeah, Frank's alive.
Here we find out Frank's story, that his name is Francisco Lopez de Heredia. He was Aguirre's cartographer, and he was with Aguirre, and they were saved by Tears of the Moon. They found Tears, so he asked the guardians of the tree to give them Tears of the Moon, and they refused, so Aguirre and his men destroyed their village, and Aguirre killed the chief, and they were cursed not to leave the river site. By the way, Lily and Frank reach the right place, and Lily, master of opening any door, opens the door, and Prince Joachim suddenly comes under the water with his marine.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
And force them to go to the tree and make the tree bloom. Finally, they get one petal, and fight with Prince Joachim's men, and Aguirre and his men come, and they fight them, and Frank blocks the way of river with his boat, so the jungle takes their bodies, but the problem is jungle takes Frank too, and Lily gives the petal to Frank, and then they could get one petal, and Prince Joachim died, so everything goes well. Finally, Frank and Lily go to London with Tears of the Moon. Okay, that's the end of our tour. Thanks for watching. Please comment your thoughts about this movie, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Bye.
I can hear it say